Here we are again for the ESLOL Division 2. Everyone, to my side, still the wonderful QG. My name is Daniel, and I am super hyped for this next game because it's going to be between NXT and AURORA, which are both unbeaten until now. They have both had a clean 2-0 week alongside with Tlovs, and yeah, I'm one of them has to take a loss today.
Yeah, and we see one on top. We
are going to
one
see,
on top.
yeah, one of them 3-0 and one of them
Yeah,
at their first loss.
so we have at minimum one team 3-0 today. That's pretty good. You see that you're winning 3 games. It's also good for the mental. Then if I don't know if you remember everything for the mental. But yeah,
We're not yet into the BO5, so
no. But the if you have a good start in a season, the team also feels more comfortable. They feel more motivated. Sorry. It's just a different mindset. We are winning. We are good. You can still improve, but we are good. If you're losing, your mindset goes down. We lost. Why did we lost? Why did we lose? Sorry, and you know, and then you have to take. Okay, we did this as a mistake. We did this as a mistake. And we have to fix that. We have to fix that. But if you're winning, you never change a winning team. You don't have to fix anything at this point. You can just play like you do in the last game. So it's going to be interesting in this game to just think about how you want to win against a winning team, because
yeah,
someone's
and both of them are winning teams. I think one important thing we have to point out though is that AURORA is playing with a new support. So yeah, basically second week into the league, they already are having some internal issues with their supporter, and we will have to see how that is going to affect their game today. If maybe the new support has had a great start into the game, if they are still in the butterfly effect, as it's often called for new teams or new rosters coming together, which is basically that. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but I'm just going to explain it also for the viewers. Basically, the butterfly effect explains that teams, when they are formed together, when the roster is being brought together at the beginning, they perform very strongly, even stronger than they are expected, and then slowly but surely they start losing performance because they are not actually already a good team, and then at some point it's going back up again. So that's why normally you want to have a long phase of swimming before a split, so you are out of the butterfly effect but also out of your low, and you are really at the point of improving your team, or at best already on top of your performance.
Yeah, there's only one way, and it's up. But yeah, the butterfly effect is still a bit common, but if you can stay on that high, if you can fly high with the butterfly, and then you fall, you still have the effect of the butterfly. Like if you win 5 games in a row, and you start losing, and then you win some and you lose some, you still have the effect of the butterfly to the playoff season.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
You
Every game you win, even at the start of the season, counts. Yeah, every game counts.
Every game
counts.
counts. Every game counts.
And
therefore, your butterfly explanation is good. We will see that in the next 2 weeks, I think. I think the first 2 weeks we don't see anything of the butterflies falling down. We'll probably see it in the third or fourth week. But I think these teams all did a good preparation to the new season. They are, I think I see some names in the whole split that are from the last split. The rest all went up to the different one. It's really impressive. Either the Division 2 had such a high standard or a good showing of their skills, or the Division 1 was too weak.
I
Maybe
think it's a little bit of.
we can find out if you watch Division
I,
1 later, and
I think it's a little bit of both, but in the end, there are still quite a lot of names coming back. I mean, on Dynasty, you got Frankie and Duck Uniq are staying.
yeah,
On
that's so true.
on
Rift
Once
there's
Upon a Team,
Beacon,
you
and
got Neko who is staying on, and you got Octomalus who played for Aurora in the spring split and is now playing for Once Upon a Team. So they got 2 people coming back from the spring split.
yeah, and you also have
You
Beacon
got
who's still
Lax and Beacon
Yep.
on with Slovs, which are coming back from the spring split. And maybe I'm even forgetting a few of them. So basically, you still have a lot of names. But yeah, I totally agree with you that there are a lot of new names coming in as well. And then we have a lot of names which we already saw in Div 3 in the amateur circuit, which of course have now come up. But I think some of like the JMGG, NXT and Fukir players definitely already played for them already before. And I think even for Fulkley Esports, which just won the last game, the entire roster stayed the same, if I'm not mistaken. Or it's JMGG, it's one of the 2 where the roster stayed exactly the same. Or
Yeah.
maybe even next. One of these 3 teams has not changed roster.
If you come up from the amateur circuit and you got a good amateur circuit, and you stick with the team, there's a good mental, they're becoming friends and they play together a lot, and they're happy to play together, they have fun, and then it comes, you know. You see that on the results. Full Clear Sports, they look like they have fun. They also look that they can play these OP picks pretty good. I think they played an amazing game, and as I told you, the Nessus was a non-factor. He got like 3 towers, but yeah, there was no action. The Divide lost the flash early, so there was no threat on the Zeri after that, and they just pushed and pushed and pushed. So the Volibear didn't have to do anything, could just farm up. Top lane was the beach, as I said. So yeah, I still think Zeri's too broken to not ban it. If your AD carry can play it in your blue side, just pick it. You see these 3 items in your every AD carry, the peak of 6 items is here. Zeri has that peak with 3 items. She goes 1 further, she's here. And there's still an item to go, you know. And so the peak is here. Yeah. And the later the game goes, the more items that come. The support's getting stronger, and therefore you see Zeri. And then with Yuumi, this 6 item peak of an AD carry is here. Zeri Yuumi is here, above my head. And you see, it's even more shiny than my bald head, so you know what's going on with Zeri Yuumi. And therefore, I think...
Yeah, let's find out in Champ Select of... not Fulkley Esports against JMGG, that's my bad. Let's quickly change that for us. Because, of course, it's going to be Aurora against NXT. There we have it. Both teams still unbeaten, as we've talked about. And yeah, I think you've talked a lot about the Yuumi, the Zumi, and especially the Zeri, which is a little bit of a must ban. And I think in this games again, the bot lane is going to be a very important one because, as we talked about, Aurora has to play with actually a completely different bot lane. Lunatar is normally their AD carry, which is now switched to the support position, and Charms seems to be a new AD carry they recruited, or maybe one of their substitutes. I am not familiar with all of the substitutes, to be honest. Um, so yeah, Aurora there in a bit of a tough spot on the bot lane. On the other hand, for the next bot lane, we got Chox and we got Stoofleaves, which have had a phenomenal performance in my opinion last week already, and especially Chox is coming down from Div 1 to this Div 2 team to play right now. So yeah, and there we have it also already, the Zeri ban and also the Milio ban, both very popular bans currently in the meta.
Yeah. Can we at this point can we call Zeri Zumi? I really like the name. Can we call it Zoomy? It's just too good. They're zooming everywhere, but there's no zoomies here. There's
But
still
Zeri is like called Zumi normally.
actually
Have you
because
never heard Zumi?
no, I just know that an ability of Yumi is called Zoomy. I'd never heard of it. Um,
Okay.
yeah, you're probably deeper into the talks with the Rift Lost team than I am. Therefore, you probably know the names. I never heard of Zoomies. I swear. Uh, but yeah,
I thought that
I
was a
never heard of it.
pretty popular name to give to a Zeri bot lane.
Yeah,
But
but
okay,
what is
now we are
Lucian
seeing a
Nami?
Jinx
Yeah, the
get a
Jinx. Jinx Yumi can also work the hyper carries. But are they going for they? Well, yeah, you still have the Twitch Lulu from before. Was not that bad because they went a bit behind. Yeah, that's the Nami, and of course, what do we have with a Nami? Yes, we have our favorite comp since this season, or even last season, and it's Nami Lucian. We still like it. It's fun to see something
yeah.
new.
And now Next has, of course, the option here to go for a very safe support. So something like we talked about Yumi, maybe a Lulu, something that can really protect the Jinx. Or they go the aggressive way, which would be a Nautilus, and that's exactly what they are picking right now. Something we've also seen a lot last week. This Jinx Nautilus bot lane. And yeah, I think it's something that can kind of match the aggression of a Nami Lucian. And yeah, really get. I mean, it's a more aggressive playstyle trying to get the Jinx ahead here.
Yeah, yeah. It's also good for the Jinx to have a frontliner can peel her really good. With the Maokai and probably another diver here. But never underestimate Yumi Lucian Nami. I don't know the nickname. If you get one, tell me because I don't know. Um,
Lucian, no, I've got no nickname for Lucianami.
Lami, Nushin. They are played. They are like one of the strongest bot lane there is since the first of the season. Like these three picks from Aurora, they represent the first split. Actually, it's Maokai, Nami, and Lucian. And on the other hand, you almost see the same thing that was played in the last split. Uh, Jinx, Viego, and Nautilus.
Yeah, in
These
my
three
opinion,
picks didn't
the
change.
meta the meta didn't change as much as probably between other splits or seasons even. We still have,
It, it
as we had in the spring split, we still have a lot of hyper carry comps, and we have a lot of team fight compositions. But let's be honest, that's the most beautiful League of Legends you can show.
oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. You pick a hyper carry, you scale better than the other team, and you
No, but it's team fights, it's action, it's
yeah, it's action.
5v5,
True. We want
it's
action.
let's go
I
in.
forgot strategic plays. No, we want hammer down. That's the wrong game. But there's LeBlanc picked against the Oriana. I saw LeBlanc build. It was with static shifts, and I think it was static shift and Lishbane. You Q in your auto and the enemy is dead. It looks so dumb.
And I think this LeBlanc pick, in my opinion, is a very interesting one as well, because next, like if they have a weak spot in their roster, it's probably their mid laner with on Conrad. And then you got Zillax, which is a very strong German mid laner actually, that was picked up here by Aurora. And I think it's really the confidence out of Zillax speaking in this LeBlanc, who says, "Hey, give me LeBlanc. I will show Oriana where her place is." So I'm
Ooh,
really looking
Vlad.
forward to see that mid lane. But now we have a Vladimir, so I have to see if that one is going to be swapped to the to the top lane here, or if it's
Yeah.
going to be an Oriana on the top lane. Okay,
No, it's going to
that
be
would have been
Vlad.
wild.
Vlad is a double range matchup against the Gnar. You have good range, but the only one who can engage is Nautilus on next. Um, I think it's going to be hard against the Maokai, a Gnar, and also the LeBlanc can just poke you from the side, jump back, and you're low, and then you get hit by a Nami wave, a Maokai ult, and then just a Lucian pew pew lasering everywhere. It's going to be a hard game for next. So I think Aurora is probably the upper hand in the team fight here. The Vladimir, well, they can do a lot of damage to the frontliners. Also with the how's it called? With the ult, where you give we take more how do you call it? Where you take more damage. Yeah, you take more damage. But yeah, we will see how this game pans out. There's no Cull this time on the bot lane, but it's on Gnar. Gnar just wants to survive the laning phase, get some items, get strong.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
And then we will see here. Wait, LeBlanc has a longsword. Hey, Daniel, I called it. It's going to be a Shiv. Shiv LeBlanc. Hey, this is going to be fantastic. If we have this, it's going to be insane poke.
Minions have spawned.
So yeah, it's still same thing as before. The both junglers start top side to get the bot ahead. The level 2 depends on who is faster, so they both want to be fast. Therefore, the junglers start top. Lucian Nami is strong in the 2v2, but Nautilus Jinx is also pretty strong with the lockup they have. But there could be some level 1 action here. And
Yeah,
they already
Jox is
pinned.
hiding in the bush there.
If he waits too long, he's going to be poked out. No, he's not. Yeah, there he needs to move. Because, yeah.
Because the clear speed of Lucian and Nami is simply too high for Jinx to keep up alone. Now that of course is the strength of the Lucian Nami lane here. They can really push in that next bot lane. They also got better poke, of course. I think unless Exidara is the name, is going to join on the bot lane and try to go for a gank, the next bot lane really has to play with a lot of care.
Gilgamesh stayed on... Oh wait, I'm gonna tell it later. Okay. Gilgamesh stayed on Aurora from last year, am I right? Or am I just missing the name?
I'm not sure. Could be, not sure.
Okay.
I don't remember all of the players from last split. Unfortunately, we got a root there now. We're going to have the flash in from Maokai, and Conrad has to flash out there of the mid lane, and we can already see a little bit of a focus from Aurora to play around their new mid laner there. And of course get LeBlanc ahead as early as possible. Zillick's being really aggressive there.
Yeah, Conrad would have a harder time if the Maokai hits the Q comp properly. That wasn't the point. Therefore, only a flash was needed and she was safe. So was lucky for Conrad here. Then we have Gilgamesh poking out Vladimir, and they already go for the first dragon. What's the first dragon? Is it a hex tech? Oh, engage.
Ooh, and we got a little bit of an engage here from Chokers. Exadria also going on to Zillax there now. Now it's NXT taking the aggression here around that dragon.
Let's count tech.
In the end, they're going to not make any further moves. Everybody back to their lanes. Maokai is still around that bot lane vicinity. Maybe they will try to go for a play afterwards. Lucian playing very aggressively there, trying to get that double shot out.
Yeah, I think Lucian Army just want to push out the wave, go back. Because they're low on mana and probably can hit an item. Component right now. They just have to look that Nexus not freezing the wave. It didn't happen, it just got slowed. But yeah, Daniel, I really think this LeBlanc game will be interesting. Because I think we will see a static shift game. And I really like that. Yeah, it's a static shift game! This is going to be wild, man. I think he goes for Storm Razors first. Into the static shift, into Lishbane or something. And then a, I don't know what the mythic is. But this is too good. An on-hit LeBlanc in a competitive game. Who would have thought? Yeah, the action is on bot lane. Next is pushing. Exidara is on the bot side to maybe look out. Oh, the damage.
A lot of damage going on.
Yeah, the damage was nasty. But Exidara is here, so Toothless can just leave the game. The bot lane. And they're scouting for the jungle. It's a good word from Silex that they did here. And but yeah, they're going for the tower now. So Aurora really looking into the thing here, but it's still nothing to talk about. There's 600 gold ahead.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Hello? Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I got no clue why my mic was gone, but happy it works again.
Yeah, did you kill your mic?
I got no clue. I wasn't muted or anything, but okay.
Yeah. Don't you have a new microphone or headset?
Yeah, I'm using a new interface here. Indeed. So,
so-
maybe I still need to get used a little bit to that, as Aurora is clearing their first wave here. Of course, with them having priority both on mid lane and bot lane, with their respective lanes being very aggressive. They can easily gain the time to do that.
See this pressure. from just 2 champs. I hate this comp. So oppressive to play, and it's so easy to play too.
You mean
Just ED
Lucian
Lucian
Nami?
goes in. Yeah.
Yeah. And these bubbles are just so dangerous. I mean, if Stoofless would get hit there, he would be dead. Even under the tower.
Yeah, he still has cleanse, so you can cleanse it and just flash out, I guess. But the serrated Dirk with the E and the first strike is really hitting it. But yeah, it was
But
like
another
Storm Razor's
very laid back start of the game here.
Yeah, this is there's again no action. We want action. I still this. If I see these 2 items, I cannot talk about it. I just saw one video of it and nothing else, and I just see it here.
Yeah, maybe Zillax saw it too. Was it a
Yeah,
German
some
video?
too. Yeah, I think it was Power of Evil who played it.
Yeah.
So he
See?
probably
See? That's where he
Yeah, I
has it
see.
from. Power of Evil is also like such a legend. Really love him.
Yeah, he's still one of the top German players.
Yeah. That's from way back when I like really followed LEC. I think we Unicorns of Love playing in the LEC with like Power of Evil was just phenomenal.
Do you know that he played an on-hit Oriana, and then he played it once, and after that it got nerfed.
He played on-hit Oriana, he played Varus mid lane, which was definitely not a common thing back then. He played so many crazy things in the mid lane. That's why he was so iconic, in my opinion. And he played those on like a really high level, like sometimes even in international tournaments, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, these Germans with their builds, and it's that actually he has it. It looks so. Yeah, well, the meta changes, huh?
Yeah, a little bit of action now coming in on that bot lane here. Both mid laners are on the one, and Maokai ultimate is coming in now. Aurora wants to know they're going in for the dive, but already retreating again as they had to eat a lot of damage there from the tower. But they got their Rift Tower too, and with that, a lot of platings going to the entire team.
And there's the ult to hit them back so they lose some minions. Yeah, there's like no action. Who flashed? Nami, Maokai, and Nautilus. And there's still no action. Yeah, we like these games.
Yeah,
So
I
Jinx
mean,
is going for the Stormweiser.
both
Lucian is going for
both games we see today, like the first game was already very silent during the first minutes, and it was a lot of playing around objectives. And that's exactly what we see in this game as well. Aurora once again has an advantage here of about 1k gold. They already got the first Drake, they had the first Rift Herald, they got some platings on bot lane. So they're really playing around the objectives here, trying to make use of their tactical advantages instead of just pushing for fights and fights and fights over again, which is a little bit of what we saw in the first week. There the teams have been fighting way more. And of course, none of the two teams wants to get their first loss here today.
Of course. But yeah, all the jungle items are almost finished for both of the junglers. Xidara needs like 4 camps. Yeah, but just look at this. The auto attacks is more than every spell. The static shift. Did you know that Static Shift with Vagar can deal more damage than your ultimate.
Really?
Yes, it can. You hit auto attack, ult, you're dead. And with the Lich Bane too, you're just gone. Poof.
Once again, Aurora in a very good position to take that next dragon. They have really played around the vision here. Once again, made use of their tempo, of their pressure in the lanes. Even a TP coming in here from their top laner, Gigamish, but that's really just a backup here to make sure that next cannot contest the dragon.
Yeah, it was a good damage from Conrad 2 here. But yeah, we see that the hook is coming in. Counter gang.
Yeah, Maokai ultimate coming in as well, but we also got the TP coming in there from Conrad actually. That might be a bit of a waste there. And we have play also here on the top lane, but Ninja Tiger with the pool easily getting out there from the grasp of Gilgamesh.
Oh, that was a nice engage from the top. Unfortunately not stunned. Else would look different. But Dinar is just... these top lane are really beaches. They're not islands anymore, it's just a vacation they took. Like, let's play League. Yeah, you go to a vacation, see ya. See ya when I come back in 100 ways.
Gilgamesh staying aggressive there on the top lane. Already has his Trinity Force, of course.
Yeah, this is interesting. The Herald is coming up too. So we'll probably see a fight there soon.
And once again, we had your rotation from the Aurora bot lane there to the mid lane, so they really seem to have taken a little bit of inspiration from the first game and from Full Clear Esport, but next decided to do the same, as they don't want to let this go to Aurora.
Yeah, and the poking is going on. Right. There's still no kills after 16 minutes. This is so slow. Probably now. Yeah, no.
Maokai ultimate might be going in there. Exadria going in for the Rift Herald there, however, will also be first blood here for Aurora.
Yeah, and they got
So
flashed.
trading.
That was... They didn't get the... Oh, I know why Exadara flashed. He flashed for the
To get the Rift Herald.
yeah, the item that drops, yeah. He flashed after.
Now you got Zilex here totally destroying Conrad. Teremi is coming in as well. It's going to be the kill for Zilex here. So Aurora now with their second kill.
Oh, the ult?
Really getting up the tempo on the side of Aurora. Picking up some pace.
This is fun. Aesthetic shit. Can't believe
You just
it.
don't get over the fact that he's playing
no,
static shift.
you know it has a
mean,
AP ratio because of the Jin's the Rage Blade, right? So they gave a lot of AD carry items and AD carry abilities. They get some AP scaling, so they don't waste the 30 AP.
Gilgamesh in a little bit of trouble there as Exadria is coming in, and Conrad is going to pick up the kill for next. It's going to be their first one, and with that, the Orianna here a little bit in a better position again to play for their team.
Did you just see how fast a LeBlanc can clear a wave? Don't you think
We are
that
into
is
a short
too
break
much?
here.
Don't you think this isn't abuse? These poor minions. Uh, like what? You see? That's the point. She jumps in, hits the first 3 minions, and the caster minions die. Like, pfft, I use how many mana? 110 for the jump, and I just get it back. Like, I don't care. And then you have Cull, so you get 3 gold for extra static shift proc you hit. Like, what? It's so insane. There's NXT this weekend, so we will probably see what is going to, if it's too strong, we will see it in NXT. So I think I really hope Capsule Perks picks it up, gets a pentakill, and it's nerfed to the ground. You never see it again. You see, but putting an AP ratio on an item like that, you get crit, you get the magic damage, you have AoE damage, um, and and you still don't lose damage if you build the item. It's just insane. I, the AD carry update just messed with my head. 100%.
Next. Now really putting pressure onto that mid lane here in order to get a little bit of an upper hand for the upcoming dragon, which just spawned. They are going to clear the wards here along the way, but of course Aurora knows what they are up to. The question is, will they try to contest this? For now LeBlanc seems to still be pushing there on the side lane as Nexus starting this dragon. The question remains, Aurora, will they try to go for engage? Maokai ultimate is coming in, but Dragon is already down as we have the engage here. Nautilus goes down first as Aurora is fit to kill here, but of course Jinx is still alive. No, she's going down as Silex is coming in. Double kill here going to the Lucian as well, and Conrad will be picked in as well. It's going to be the triple kill for Aurora's mid laner here. AD carry, sorry.
Oh, Gilgamesh TP top lane to kill it. To kill Exidara, and there's the flash from Zilex too. I just saw Zilex assassinating the Jinx and I'm still laughing.
Yeah. Beautifully played here by Aurora, who have been able to not only pick up an ace here, but are going to be able to pick also the tier 1 mid tower. They have been pushing a little bit on the bot lane there as well. On the tier 3 tower already. Tier 2 has been picked up from Zilex just before the fight.
There's the Sheen! There's the Sheen, now there's going to be a Lich Bane. You know how the Jinx will be assassinated by a little, I don't know what it's called, a magic staff thing from LeBlanc, and not even the Q ult thing. This is so funny. Look, does static shift proc Loon's echo? It would be insane. It's too good. But now we see Comrade dying probably here, and hope that was.
Yeah, very clean dive there from Aurora, who are really showing now that they're the stronger team. They have been playing so clean for those past 10 minutes here, or 5 minutes at least. Going to pick up the top lane tower, tier 2 here as well. In the mid lane, just disengaging, reading the steps of next very well, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, what is there to do if you're getting poked and then dived? Can do nothing about it. Maokai just hits ult. Can rush out with the face rush. Movement speed. Burn is up. Dragon is in 2 minutes and 40 seconds.
Yeah, so Baron is probably going to be the next objective of interest here for both these teams, and we can see that we are trying to clear a little bit of the vision from Aurora. But they got so many wards again in that vicinity. Aurora really predicting what is going to happen here. Really on top of the game here.
Yeah, the illusion is also full and really strong. Already has 2.5 items, and Jinx still doesn't have a mythic. Also, isn't going to buy. Oh, she's going to buy Gale Force. There's the BT for the Gale Force, yes. So she's probably dodging some stuff, but you can't dodge the auto attacks. So if the Lich Bane is complete for the LeBlanc, it's going to be a pain in the ass to stay alive. She's still split pushing because she's so fast. It doesn't require man. This should be illegal, man. I think this is abuse of items. Yeah, I talk too much about that, but I really think it's just obnoxious that there's a thing right put out.
Yeah, it's definitely a crazy build Alex is going for.
No,
Aurora
yeah,
now
Lich Bane.
positioning
It's done.
themselves here around the Baron. Or seem to not find any interest in that just yet. They could be pushing it if they wanted to. And I think something we have to keep in mind as well as we are now starting into like the later stages of the mid game or like the middle stage of the mid game, I don't know. Is that
Engage.
NXT might have the better scaling, but now we have the engage here from Aurora. Maokai Ultimate coming in, getting people locked down. Chogs is going to be the first one to die. 2 Zilix here on this phenomenal LeBlanc. Now they're going also for that tier 2 mid lane towers. It's going to be the last tier 2 tower to fall on the side of NXT. Another objective going to Aurora, which are leading 6-0 in terms of towers. NXT really almost 10k gold behind also by now, so I wanted to talk about them having the better scaling in this game, and while I think that is the case, I'm not sure if that's going to be playing any role, as Aurora now picks up their dragon here as well. And in my opinion, they could play even more aggressive here if they wanted
Yeah.
to.
Yeah. Next has the better scaling, but what are they doing now? Nothing. They have 1 kill, and that's on Conrad when the dive happened.
Yeah,
But
Zilix doing a great job here at split pushing as well, getting even the first tier 3 tower here for his team. And the question is, when is Aurora going to push for that Baron? Or try to push for a fight at the Baron, which could definitely win them the game.
yeah, and you see the damage of Aurora is so high. The Maokai has the demonic embrace. Stufus is almost dead.
Yeah,
Probably
and
assassination.
that's Baron, that's Baron.
Yeah,
That's enough
yeah.
to go for Baron here for Aurora. Because without without their Jinx, they have got no way to engage this.
Yeah, but that's everything you do with LeBlanc. You go in, you hit a crucial target.
NXT looking for the engage there. Jogs going in, but is going to be bursted down by the Lucian here. Zilix going in a little bit too deep. Will get shut down here from Oriana. But the rest of Aurora is still perfectly alive and going to play this. Ninja Tiger tries to flash into the middle of everybody with his ultimate there, but has to pay for this with his last blood. And now Aurora can safely, confirm this Baron for himself.
Yeah, and Champs almost died there. And if he would die, he probably did the fight. The rest of the fight was pretty different. But they couldn't burst him. He got healed and flashed away, dodged, and everything. And therefore, Delusion is still strong. Got the early lead, and now he can just snowball it into the fight. The Jinx is not strong enough to do anything yet. She's going to become even stronger, but the power level of Lucian didn't fall off yet. So the Jinx is just going to scale a bit more because she has to, else she can't play. But it's really hard with a LeBlanc in the game to just stay healthy, because you can do nothing against it.
Said we are trying to go in there. However, Gilgamesh is able to disengage the situation, as the rest of his team is closing in on the mid lane there of NXT. And they have to react to that, of course. To try and defend their base. Maokai ultimate, however, already rolling there.
Nice ult.
Just a little bit of a zoning tool in this regard. And they are able to claim the tower there. Ooh, Lunata gets hooked there. But it's going to be a 1-for-1 trade, which is one I think NXT is willing to take. Trading their supports there.
Yeah, why not? Trading support is not that bad. Aurora is still ahead with the Baron buff and the Hextech Soul now on 1 minute timer. So next has to find a game plan to just counter the Aurora playstyle. Yeah, Lucian now goes for defensive items because he doesn't need any damage anymore. I just need to stay alive and hit auto attacks with Dynami E, so the Imperial Mandate is procced. His passive is procced, he even deals more damage then. He's just there to kill the Viego and the Vladimir. I think Oriana and Jinx are the target of LeBlanc. Just poke them down before a fight, and then you have to leave, and you have a 4v5 situation. Therefore, you actually have to. You can't siege against this Aurora comp. You have to either fight immediately. You have to pick somebody out, or you just do nothing. Here, you see they can't get any closer. Maokai is going with the saplings. Nami can wave it. You can get poked down by LeBlanc. You just go for the bounties here, because they will probably fall off soon if you hit this.
And I think NXT is really overextending it there. I like their play to go for the mid lane towers there instead of trying to contest Drake, but they might be overextending it here. Aurora now on the one here. Maokai ultimate is being popped. Zilex trying to get in there. Had to use both his dashes to get in range. But now we are in the fight. Grammy with a flash W going in. Chalk's dropping really low. Exadria is being able to take out. So Jungler is gone for the next objective. And Ninja Tiger as well. And now we got Zilex immediately TPing into the enemy base there. Aurora wants to know it now. They want to end this game here and now. Zilex single-handedly taking down 2 inhibitors here as the rest of his team is pushing in the top lane. It's going to be 3 inhibitors going to Aurora here. We try to play this very clean.
Yeah, and we fought because they they changed something to their roster. It's gonna change the thing. I think it's not changing anything. Aurora still.
I mean, if anything, I think it changed something for the better for Aurora, because
Yes.
NXT is definitely a team you have to like count with. But the performance Aurora is showing us here today is just absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, and you also see that it can also be the Nami Lucian effect, that you're strong and you take that strong thing into the mid game, and now into this phase they can just hit everything how you want. Nobody can threaten you on next team with the as a Lucian. If Nautilus is there, you don't rush in and poke or something. But against if there's Vladimir, you can't do anything. If you stay on, if you not get too close, it's fine. And now I know. I just saw it that Static Shiv is not procced by Luden's Echo. That's a good thing to know. There's an Imperial Mandate on Maokai. I love these builds. It's actually a good item for the Maokai. Everything, all of his abilities proc it, and so you will enable a lot of damage. You also get a lot of movement speed out of it. It's a really good thing. Gives some health. Gold does more damage.
Well, which are going to claim their next Baron here. No Jinx Rocket that can change anything about that.
No, Aurora positioned perfect.
Zillax, this is so much damage coming from this LeBlanc. By now, the Static Shift build definitely working out for the German mid laner there. Now we have the last standoff next, but they're just getting taken apart as Nautilus and Vladimir already down. Stoofless going down as well to Gilgamesh here, and it's only Xavier remaining in the base. But there is no more base to defend as Aurora takes down the Nexus and defends their unbeaten season.
It's a chef's kiss. This was peak League of Legends. You know, they controlled the game. They controlled the early game. Next one with the scaling with the Jinx. She never scaled really good. Lucian was always stronger here. And even if the Jinx was strong enough, you had the LeBlanc who just auto-attacked you, and you just went poof, went out. Just saw it in the last fight. If anything to do, you just go in and go out, and then that's it. Actually, it's really good against these squishy things, and therefore you can actually look at it that these important squishy people die first or are getting lower first.
Yeah.
It's going to be
Everyone, a wonderful game we just saw between Aurora and Next. One of them getting their first loss, and it is of course Next, who just lost to Aurora. With that, we are going into a short break before we take a look at Riftsloths against Once Upon a Team. So stay tuned for that. See you soon.